Have you ever wanted to be cool? Like so cool you were one of the popular kids? Well, you do you. I kind of wanted to be a Jedi. But then I became a VFX artist, and that's kind of the same thing. Anyway, all of that doesn't have anything to do with this video. In this video, I will be showing you how to freeze blaster bolts like Kylo Ren, but like, way more epic. This video will be split up into 3 parts. In part 1, I will show you how to do the basic freeze effect. Next, I will show you how to make it a little bit cooler with some more blaster bolts. Finally, I will show you how to make it way more epic. To accomplish the freeze bolt effect, you are going to need Saber. For the way more epic shot, you're going to need Trapcode Particular. Links to both of those plugins will be in the description. Alright, first you're going to want to get footage of you freezing a blaster bolt. Open a new comp with the dimensions 1920 by 1080. If you're going to use multiple blaster bolts, make it 1280 by 720. Make the duration of the composition to be about 10 seconds. It doesn't really matter the length of the composition, just make sure the time covers the length of your video. Add a solid. Apply Saber and move the core start position to the left of the center, and the core end to the right of the center. In Saber, apply the arc reactor preset. You can increase the size if you want. For now, I'm going to leave it as is. Change the glow distortion amount to 5 and change the core distortion amount to 3. Then set the core wind speed to 0 and the noise speed to 5. Now crank the start size down to about 50% and set the start offset to 3. Set the end size to 0 and the end offset to 80%. You can make it shorter if you want. I think having it like this makes it look like it's being forced back. Right-click on the start offset stopwatch and type in the expression wiggle open parentheses 1,5 close parentheses. Right-click on the end stopwatch offset and type in the expression wiggle open parentheses 5,5 close parentheses. Let's see how it looks. It looks pretty cool. Now let's make it look like it's being pushed and pulled away. Bear with me because I'm about to give you some semi-complicated expressions. Press P to open up the position settings and right-click the stopwatch. Type in the expression. A equals wiggle open parentheses 1,30 close parentheses semicolon space open bracket A open bracket 0 close bracket comma value open bracket 1 close bracket close bracket. One more expression and we're done with expressions for this video. Don't worry, I hate them too. Add a directional blur and set the angle to 90 degrees. Set the blur length to 3 and right-click on the stopwatch. Type the expression wiggle open parentheses 5 comma close parentheses. Move to the beginning of the clip and press P and click the stopwatch to set a keyframe. Move your glorious creation off screen to the right. Then advance about 5 frames and move your mesh piece back to the center of the screen. Right-click the keyframe that movement just created and scroll to Keyframe Assistant, then select Ease In. Click this box to activate motion blur. Render this footage out, then bam, you got yourself a bullet freeze animation. Add your footage to a new composition and drag your bullet freeze animation on top of it. Apply a screen transfer mode and move it to where and when you want it to be. Boom, step 1 is done. Now that you have this frozen blaster bolt animation, the rest of this tutorial should be fairly easy to do. Now on to the semi-epic shot. This step is the most complicated in the video, so get settled. With your footage in the new composition, add several copies of your blaster bolt animation. Apply the screen transfer mode, offset the arrival, scale, and position, maybe add a flare to it if you want to. Want diversity? Change some of the colors. As you can see, having a dark background is ideal. Obviously I didn't think of this before, even though I've done this kind of stuff a million times. This concludes step 2. Now onto step 3, the epic shot. Open a new composition and add a solid with Trapcode Particular. Go to the emitter settings and decrease the particle count to 10 per second. Change the emitter type to sphere. You can use a box, but I think a sphere works better because it's more random. Turn the velocity, velocity random, distribution, and velocity for motion to 0. Increase the random seed to some random number. Now bring in the blaster bolt animation and check the 3D box. Turn off the layer and go back to Particular. Set the particle life to 10 seconds and the particle type to texture polygon. Then go to Texture and choose the blaster bolt layer. Click OK on the warning box because we don't care. On time sampling, make it start at birth and play once. Go down to blend mode and select screen. Increase the size of the particles until you are satisfied with its scale. Go to particle rotation and set the random rotation to 1. This will make it look like the blasts are coming from different directions. If you want, you can go back up to emitter and adjust the emitter size. This is the completed effect. There are several things you can do to add to the epicness, like 3D camera tracking footage and placing this animation in there. The particles are 3D, so they will have depth when you move the camera around them. Adding an unnecessary bass drop and dramatic flares will give you this result. That's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Until next time, I'll see you later.